Hello everybody, my name is Hocus Pocus and welcome back to the Minecraft LP series. This is episode 126 and today we are kicking things off over at the bamboo farm. We did in fact stream yesterday, so before we jump into the bulk of today's episode, I'll quickly go ahead and give you a rundown of what we did. So first of all, we're trying to figure out a wall design that's going to wrap around the bamboo farm here, and we came up with this fixture, which I think I'm going to implement in some way. I quite like how it turned out. We were experimenting with bricks as well, but it didn't go so well, in my opinion, just because of the contrast between the red and the green. So the bulk of that stream was actually spent down here in the collection system, and we were trying to figure out something that we could do in order to start harvesting the bamboo. So if we come to the center here, we've got a button, or at least we should do. I don't know if I got rid of it. Maybe I got rid of it. Okay. That makes total sense. I probably should have bought a button. Anyway, you can probably figure out how this works. Similarly to the sugarcane farm, you hit a button, a redstone signal is sent to all of these carts, and they begin to make their way around the system. Eventually, they'll come back to this block here, this gravel block, and if I quickly move this cart and sort of let it do its thing. Underneath this gravel block, or inside this gravel block, I should say, is another hopper minecart. So the hopper should drain its items very quickly into the system, and then once they are drained into the hopper that is inside of the minecart, they will then be drained into a separate chain of hoppers that leads down to a dropper, and we will eventually add some redstone to the dropper in order for it to spit the items out, hopefully at a quick rate, so that we can begin dispensing items throughout the system as quickly as possible. That is essentially what we're trying to do here. We just want an efficient distribution of items so that we can get them through the system ASAP and make room for more bamboo to come in, because this farm is going to generate a lot of drops, and when I say a lot, I mean approximately in the 50,000, so we do need to make a lot of room for this thing to function correctly. As well as the stream, outside of any recording, I actually did some more work here on the mountainside for the 100 subscriber monument, and it's sort of taking shape now. I've added a bit more detail to it so it doesn't look so flat, and the inclusion of a couple of stair blocks as well just gives a bit of indentation, a bit of depth, and just extra detail and texture to the thing. I need to continue this on and wrap it around the front of the mountain, and then we should be about ready to go up to the top where the monument itself is and actually do some work up there in bringing that to a standard which we're happy with. Anyway, to finish off the stream, you guys have already seen the wall design here. We're going to be trying to implement that in some way today, so I need to try and figure out how we're going to space these out, is what I'm trying to say. How we're going to space these segments of the wall out and then have the glass in between so that we can eventually wrap this all the way around the bamboo farm and have it look nice and cozy. So without further ado, you guys, let's hop right into today's episode. Okay guys, so I've just destroyed everything that we didn't need, and I left this design behind because we do want to copy this. As I say, this is going to be what we use as part of the wall design in the final presentation of this thing, I guess, the final product. So definitely for sure what we want to do is we want to have this structure right here. So 1, 2, how's it going to go? It's probably going to go like that, right? No, possibly like this. And then we'll have 1, 2, 3, and then like that. And then on this side we'll have 2, 3, and like that. Okay, so that structure will go there right in the corner, and we want to do that on each corner. So let me take that over to this side as well, and again just do the same thing. We might need to lower this corner down because this is going to be the quote-unquote highest point of the wall. So we might need to just trim the land down ever so slightly here, I think. Okay, so let's take the shovel and just sort of do away with a few of these blocks. Let's get it at the same height as this. So we want to do that, and then just bring this down ever so slightly as well. And I was planning on filling in this hole anyway, just because it doesn't really, it looks a bit out of the ordinary, right? It's not a great mess to have around the bamboo farm, so we will take care of that. So let's bring this around the corner like so, and then at this height is where we want things to be. And sheep, if you could stop following me, that would be perfect. That's it, you go down there and do your own thing. Thank you. Okay, and then we can take this out as well, and again just pop that down there, and hopefully this is enough room for us to function in. So what do we need to do? We need to take out a little bit more here. Do something like, so we had that there, didn't we? And then we had 1, 2, 3, and then we had 2, 3, a corner piece there, and a corner piece there. So that should be the wall design in place for that side as well. So what we want to do now is we want to have these wall designs intermittently placed along this wall with glass in between in every other spot. So we need to try and divvy the area up here equally between the two wall types. So of course we've got this fixture here, which is 5 wide, and then I was thinking that we could try to make the glass 7 wide, but obviously depending on how things work out, we may need to change it up ever so slightly. So give me just a second to figure that out off camera. It's probably easier if I do that away from you guys for boredom reasons. I don't want you guys to get bored, obviously. So give me just a second to do that, and I will bring you guys right back in. The calculations are complete, and it turns out that we were quite lucky. So if we do 3 of these fixtures, we can have blocks of glass that are 9 wide, I think. So a 9 wide bank of glass, then one of these fixtures, another 9 wide, then one of these fixtures, another 9 wide, one of these fixtures, and then a final 9 wide. And that should fill in this gap perfectly. So what we want to do first of all is probably build up this one right on the end so that we can make a replica of this. So we want to go up to 5 on each of these blocks. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just bring this all the way up like so. There we go. Perfect. Okay, that's good. Good start. So then, as you can see, this is similar to the textures in the base in the hardcore Let's Play. So what we want to grab is some andesite, some mossy cobblestone, which we should have more of somewhere, I'm hoping. Yep, there we go. Perfect. We need some jungle planks as well, so we'll just take all of this sort of stuff with us. There we go. And we just want to interlace some of these textures in this wall. So if we just break out some of the cobble, as randomly as possible, really. Doesn't need to be too perfect, but at the same time, we don't want it looking like we did this on purpose. Okay, let's do that, and then we can get some andesite in there in the occasional place as well. I think andesite would work right at the top there, so let's pop some right there. Good. And then rest of the gaps we could probably just fill in with the mossy cobble, and things should be looking good. There we go. So we've got the stone textures in place, which is a good start, but from here we need to develop things further. So as you can see, we've got a couple of jungle stairs in the build, so we should grab those and just pop them like this. So one goes there, the other here, and then we need the slabs to go on the top, so we should pillar our way up with a bit of andesite like so. And then the slabs, I think we just want to place on top of the entire structure like this, and I think possibly in these gaps here, but we will leave that as it is just for now, and we can come back to that at a later stage if we need to. We also need some more planks to go right at the bottom here, so we'll just take out these blocks, replace them with planks like this. I think that was the same as what we had over here. Yeah, that's perfect. So now what we need to do is we need to create ourselves a lantern, and using slabs, stairs, and wall blocks that mirror the block behind them, we need to create this small structure. It's kind of like an arch, right? It's kind of like an arch. So let's just check out what we need. So we need cobble half slab, andesite half slab, and cobble stairs. Let's just see if we've got any of those materials readily available. Cobble stairs, andesite half slab. I don't know if that was right. Andesite stairs. I think that's it. And then we need to grab ourselves, if we take this in there and do that, that should be fine. So what we need to do is we need to pop a stair in the middle. And as you can see, these mirror the blocks behind them. So cobblestone in front of cobblestone, cobblestone in front of cobblestone, and then andesite in front of andesite like this. So now we need 2 cobble stairs, 4 cobble stairs, and 2 mossy cobble stairs. Okay, that shouldn't be too difficult. So 2 of these, and by stairs I meant walls, of course. So 4 of these, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's pop those just in there like that. Grab our cobblestone, and then these can go like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6. And then to finish off the build, we need a lantern and 2 jungle trapdoors. So jungle trapdoors are very straightforward, as you guys probably know. You just want to do that. You get 2 immediately. You can pop those just here. So we'll pop it on the top half of the block and close them down like that. And then the lantern, have we got any iron on us? Maybe not. So perhaps we'll have to quickly maneuver our way over to the storage area we've got at the side of the bamboo farm to grab some of that. And we should have some cooking up. I think I left it in the furnace during the stream, so there should be some readily available for us in here. There is. Good. My memory served me correctly this time round. Awesome. So I just quickly want to give a shout out as well to Mr. Meowser for the skin. If you guys were wondering, and I just got lost a little bit there on our way back. He created this skin for me a while ago, and I've had 3 skins made for me now, so I thought I'd give them a go. Give them an episode of screen time each. So we've got a couple more to go after this, as I say, but they will get their screen time in due course. So there we go. Our lantern can come right in here, like that, and that pretty much finishes off the build. So we can begin to tear this one down and get the glass in. I think I'm going to complete this stretch of the wall off camera, and then we can mirror this to the other side of the farm and then think about how we're going to go about completing this stretch of the wall, because this is going to be divisible by a different number. So again, we're going to have to do a few calculations to figure out how long the glass pieces need to be, but I'm sure we'll come to a conclusion very quickly for that, similarly to how we got it done here. So the wall on one side has been finished up. Let's get a good look at this. Let's get a good look. And I'm not too displeased with it, honestly. It's quite cool. It's a good look, I think. Fits the theme of a bamboo farm very well. It's got that jungle vibe going on, hasn't it? I think with the mossy cobblestone, the jungle wood, the jungle trapdoors, all of that good stuff. Let's take a bit of a further back view just so that you guys can see it in its entirety from a distance. Maybe the 100 subscriber monument will be a good location for this. So yeah, this is it. I mean, again, it's fairly flat, right? We could try and think of something to do just to spruce it up in certain locations. I'm not too opposed to walls being flat, honestly. They generally are in real life, right? Walls are you know, in general, they are quite flat. So the only purpose really of this is to stop mobs from finding their way in. Again, there's no reason to do that. I just think it looks nicer to have a wall around because mobs really won't affect how the farm functions too much. Just guess to give it a little bit extra, right? But we're going to keep this wall moving on the same level all the way around. And then we'll have a wall that comes down into the farm underneath it. So we need to continue on with this. We can replicate this on the other side fairly easily because we'll just use the same layout for this side. But I will need to do some calculations for this this length here. And I think it's 69 blocks in total. So we're going to have to figure something out again. Hopefully it's not too difficult. And hopefully we kind of get lucky with the calculations once more because I feel like we got a little bit lucky last time. If not, we might have to have one stretch of glass that's slightly shorter than the rest. But we'll think about that as we go. So let's get on with the calculations and hopefully we can get more of this wall up and just keep things rolling. Okay guys, so again, it was fairly simple to figure out the dimensions here. Well, in the end, we didn't really figure anything out because it didn't... the number was 63 and we couldn't really find anything to divide into that appropriately where we could have the segment split equally with glass distances that were the same throughout. So what we did instead was we just continued with the 9 wide glass segments, and then right in the middle here we've got a 7 wide segment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just develop the rest of the wall, and then when we get to this point we could either just place glass in and have a shorter section in the middle, or we could try something a little bit different. Maybe get like an arch type design in, or maybe just extend it up and have something a little bit bigger, like a centerpiece in the middle here. I really don't know at the moment, but we will think about it when we get there. But as I say, we could just keep it simple and lay down some glass. But we are here at the moment. We've got this one glass section in. We've got the corner piece in. So we're about to do this segment here, which is, again, one of these stone pieces. And this part of the farm actually causes a lot of lag when I dig around it. So it's going to get a little bit difficult, I think, to maintain this in the coming builds up this way, but we should be fine for now anyway. So let's pop in a few of these blocks, and just remember that this is very similar to the cave design or the base design that we've got going in the hardcore world, if you guys haven't seen that. If not, I recommend you go check it out. It's been a fun series so far. We spend a lot more time on camera than we do in the LP series here, so it's something slightly different. Anyway, we are in need of some andesite. There we go. Well, today, I guess we've spent a little bit more time than usual, right? Because I'm doing these builds with you on camera. Usually I don't do a lot of the building on camera, but I figured today we'd spend a bit of time building on camera. It's always good to have a bit of a screen time together. So there we go. Let's do that. And then we want to develop the sides out here. So I think what we'll do is we'll grab our cobblestone. We'll go with a piece of cobble there, another mossy there. We can go with some andesite and then regular cobble there. So we're just trying to match it and mix it and match it, you know, try and keep things a little bit different here and there, so that should work fine. And then right in the middle we just want to dig out these 3 blocks here. Not that one, that was the wrong one, Hocus, that was the wrong one. We can replace that with some mossy. Then we take our planks as per usual, pop the planks down. We're going to need a couple more of those, or one more of those right in there. Then our stairs, we don't have any stairs, so again we're going to have to head round to the crafting bench, which I should probably bring round with me, right, because it's a bit of a distance at the moment. There we go, let's do that and craft ourselves some stairs. And they can go right at the very top in the corners. And then we need to figure out what sort of walls and stairs that we need. So let's do that and that. So we're going to need cobble stairs, cobble slab, andesite slab. And then 3 cobble walls, 2 mossy cobble walls, and an andesite wall. I don't think I'm going to remember all of that, so I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We've just got the lantern to put in place now. So I'm going to move... Oops, not with the axe. That is not the correct tool. There we go. I'm going to move all of our stuff towards the middle here so that we don't have to run as far to grab it. There we go. And there we go. So we needed a lantern. That requires us to break down an iron ingot into iron nuggets, create a ring in the crafting table, pop a torch in the middle, and that gives us a lantern. Probably my new favorite source of light in the game. Closely rivaled actually by the redstone lamp. I think I like them both equally at the moment. They're pretty pretty nice, both of them. They fit most builds very well, so that is a benefit of them. Let's go ahead and craft up some more slabs so that we've got enough to cap this off. And then what we'll do is we'll quickly place the glass in, and then I think I will just try and complete as much of this wall as possible off camera, because it's going to get pretty repetitive for you guys. I keep bringing you back in just to create simple wall pieces that we've done time and time again. So we need to now come in here and do this. So let's take out a 9 wide section. I think right now you're probably seeing the sort of lag that I'm talking about. I'm probably going below 60 frames here, or at least it feels like it. And if I'm not, I'd be very surprised. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There we go. And then we get our green glass, and we can just bring that all the way up to where the slabs stop right there. And yeah, again, you're probably seeing the lag. I'm not sure why it's so bad over on this side of the farm. You'd think it'd be worse on the other side, right? Where we have all of the carts. Those are entities. And we have our chests and all that stuff over there. So I'm not really sure why it's the worst over this side. Let's go ahead and create ourselves some more green glass. Can never have too much on a build like this. We're probably going to have to smelt some more sand in a second as well. And I should have... I went to Oasis during the stream. I really should have brought some sand back. I think that was an idea that I had at the time, but then just completely forgot. Because, you know, you get sidetracked and all that sort of thing. So sometimes things like that just go by the by. Anyway, slab time. So let's take our jungle slabs, cap the top of this wall off. There we go. Bring it in from the side. And that is the next segment complete. So that's the process we're going through at the moment. You guys have seen it in full from the centerpiece of the build. Well, this isn't really the centerpiece, but the fixture of the build to the glass. And then again, we repeat the process. So another fixture, and then we have that 7 wide gap that I discussed. Then we can just continue off in that direction and take the wall from one end to the other. And once we've done that, we should be able to mirror this side of the wall onto the other side of the farm. And the same with this side, so just mirror that onto the other end of the farm. And then we should have a wall that wraps all the way around, and I don't think we have any reason to have an entrance in and out because it's quite high up. So we'll probably dig an entrance down into this farm if we need to be in there at any point. Okay guys, so I finally decided that we should actually take a stop over at Oasis, grab ourselves some sand, because we're pretty low on glass and there's a lot of that wall to finish up. So whatever we can get our hands on here, I'll probably just pop in this shulker box and take back to base with us. And then I'm just going to dump it straight into the furnace system, I think. So what I'll do is I'll have a stifle. I will have a... I don't really know what to say here. I'll have a look. There we go. I'll have a look through these chests, see what sand we can gather up, and possibly any glass. Look, we actually do have a lot of glass hanging around as well, which is nice. I will take that back with us, and then we will think about smelting some of this up, and you know, getting some more green glass up together. Back at base, home from Oasis, let's get this sand in the smelter, and hopefully, as I say, soon, once the bamboo farm is in working order, we should be able to actually throw this into the huge smelting system that I plan to attach to that. So let's see what we've got here. We've got 4 stacks for sure, half of this and half of that. There we go. And then in the other cart, we've got another 4 stacks, half of this, half of that, and then send them off on their merry way to do what we need to do. So we've got a little bit to work with here. I might hang around until this glass is smelted though, just because I want to take it all out with me if possible. And then we'll get some more work done on the wall and hopefully have a good portion of it done before we end today's episode. Okay guys, so we've got 3 of the 4 sides done. I'll give you a look in just a second, but I thought we'd take this opportunity to get on the back of our diamond encrusted horse here. So let me just take their leads, hook this guy back up. The donkey can stay where he is, but as for this dude, we're going to take him for a little spin. So up we go and around the corner. You guys have seen this already, so this is where it began. And if we come along this way and just hug the wall, you will see that it pretty much remains the same all the way around. We do have the center bit in the middle here that is open, and for now we'll leave it that way, but we do need to think of something to do there. If not, we'll just put the glass in, which I think works anyway. It'll be fine if we just put the glass in, but if I can think of something a bit more extravagant, we might try and mix it up in the middle there. And on the back side here, once again, same as always, we've kept the wall at a consistent height, and we'll just bring a design down into the farm eventually as well, just to make sure that everything sits as it should and looks good. So expect that in coming episodes and streams. I have forgot to actually put slabs up there as well, I've just noticed. But once we put the slabs up there, all that is left is to have the corner blocks in place here. We'll turn around this corner and then we will fill in from one side to the next. and our wool should be done. So, as I say, guys, I'm going to probably wrap things up there for today. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and well, yeah, I just hope you like seeing me in a new skin as well. So thanks to Meowser for that. I will be using a next one, or a different one in the next episode. I've got 3 to go through, as I say, so I'll be using them. Don't worry, guys. If you've made me one, your time will come. Anyway, as I say, if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like down below. That'll be much appreciated. Any questions, suggestions, comments, or feedback should be directed to the comment section down below, and I will get back to you on those. And finally, if you're new around here or haven't subscribed yet, then be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay tuned to this series and everything else that we post to the channel. So before I go, guys, as well, let me just quickly say thank you for 400 subscribers. We've made it there in good time, I think, so things are going nicely on the channel. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.